I'm taking 2 first-rounders late in 2026 and 2027. Will it go through? Oh, it did, straight away. You're making $2 million off your team. That's the deal. That's the deal. Boom! Trade accepted.
Oh, I don't give a get out.
And I'm going to go through with it, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Josi for 4 first-rounders. And it's only stage 1 of the trade. Boom!
Ooh, you suck.
All right, Nashville, we are back, and it's time for us to head into our year 2 offseason with your Nashville Predators. Well, we already head into the offseason. We already completed the NHL entry draft, and we had Nashville's Armageddon, where GM Superbman blew up the team. It took me 2 years, but I finally got the blow up done, and man, the backlash in the YouTube comments, the Twitch chat, it was insanity. So the first part of this video, we are going to address your comments because people were calling me out big time, all right? Now, the first thing I want to do is I need you guys to be consistent with your criticisms. Now, we're never going to have consistency when we have thousands of people with their own opinions on how the team should be run. But for those of you saying that I got fleeced, I'm not going to argue with you. We all know that with that Roman Josi trade value, I could have combined it with a first-round pick and gone out and get McDavid or Makar or Austin Matthews, right? You can really fleece the computers if you want. And for those of you who feel like the computer fleeced me, I'm not going to argue with you. But for those of you who were complaining that I fleeced the system, like why would the Edmonton Oilers give up 4 first-round picks, their future, for a 34-year-old defenseman? You know what? I disagree with that. I don't think I fleeced any teams. Now, the trades that I made with the depth players for second and thirds, no one seemed to have an issue with. The Matt Duchene and Ryan McDonough trades, even though I got 2 first-round picks for them, as people agreed with it. And also the Boston Bruins and the Winnipeg Jets, they both declared themselves as contenders, as buyers. And so within this universe, we're trying to make the storyline work. Most of the comments were about the Roman Josi trade. So what I got here on the screen is the official Roman Josi trade. I tried to make it happen, but you only get so many categories. At the end of the day, this was the trade. I was giving the Edmonton Oilers, a team that missed the Stanley Cup by, 2 games, 1 game. They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. They have a prime McDavid, they have a prime Draisaitl, and they're looking to take that next step. So I gave up Roman Josi at half retained and 3 third-round picks in the upcoming drafts for the 31st overall pick and 3 first-round picks in the upcoming drafts, along with 2 salary caps. So basically, I took on Kulak and Ceci, who combined make up, 5.7? And I gave them back Roman Josi, who's 4.5. So I freed up their cap space, I upgraded their defensive core, and I took a shot at some draft picks. And it's not 4 first-round picks, remember. It's only 3. Because the first one was the 31st overall pick. That might as well be a second-round pick, right? So for anyone saying that I fleeced the Edmonton Oilers, I completely disagree. I think they got themselves a real chance to win the Stanley Cup. They got the 3 thirds instead of the 3 firsts. And from their perspective, they're thinking there's no way we're going to miss the playoffs in the next 3-4 years. It's just not going to happen. Roman Josi, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, all the depth that they have on that team. Remember, they traded for Jonas Brodin. They have Darnell Nurse. I think Tyson Barrie is going to free agency right now. I will accept all your criticism about me being fleeced, but I will not accept the argument that I fleeced the computers. I don't think I did. I think I targeted teams that look at themselves as contenders, and we're going to know 3 years from now whether it was the right choice for me or for the Edmonton Oilers. If I can get even 1 lottery pick out of that trade, I'll be happy with it. All right, and just know I'm trying to do my best over here with the realism, but we have our own universe here in this GM mode, and I don't know, I could see the Edmonton Oilers taking a chance on 3 first-round picks. Remember, that 31st overall pick, that wasn't a lottery pick, so they're taking a chance on 3 of them, but there's no doubt that their team got much better, all right? So, again, I will continue to read your comments, and I will accept your criticism, but those were the decisions that I made, and we need to move into the future with our new-look Nashville Predators. So we got our Twitch fans in here, and I've already gone through some strategies with these guys on what we can do to start this video. Before we get even into the free agency list, we have to take care of the boring stuff, the coaching staff. Now, we're going to go into this season with our boys that got us into the playoffs last year. Mangon, I think, is a really good head coach. We got our backups. I might end up firing a few of these guys after this year, but I don't consider us to be a team that's going to be at the bottom of the table. I still think that we can come back and be a good team for year number 3 and still have all those first rounders. But what I need is an AHL coach. I need a guy that we can start growing in the AHL so that one day he can jump to the NHL. I also need a guy who can help grow young players. And we were looking around, and there's this forward coach, so maybe an offensive guy, which would be good for the future once we start drafting some snipers and playmakers. Tomasino, Tolvanen, Forsberg, once they're, a few more years from now, they'll still be up there. But this guy, Gale Gordon, he hasn't played yet. His record is 0-0-0. 47 years of age, so nice and young. He's not going to retire anytime soon. And I like his teaching at A-, his coach influence at A-. He's got a great penalty kill, a great power play. And if we just allow him to play in the AHL for, say, 3-4 years, this guy could end up growing his offense and defensive category and one day be a pretty good head coach for us. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the Arizona Coyotes are going after him. Hell no, you don't want to go to Arizona. All right, you don't want to be in the NHL for the Arizona Coyotes. Come to the AHL for me, please. And I'm going to pay this man. All right, I got $2.1 million of budget remaining for the head coach. I always like to go over in this. We're going to give this guy, 2.003. Well, I want to make sure I get this guy. Yeah, I want to make sure I get this guy. Although 8 years, I want to make sure that it makes sense long term. All right, you know what? We won't go crazy with it. $2.003 million for 8 years. You'll start as the AHL head coach, but we can always move you up, Gale. Offer the contract. Let's see if he comes back. Now for the associate coach, the assistant coach, and the goalie coach, I'll just get some crappy guys in there. But we're going to hold on to our NHL head coach. Now, our scouting situation. If you guys forget, at the end of the year, we took all of our NHL and AHL scouts and basically sent them to uncover young players. And in the upcoming year, I'm not going to be making trades for depth pieces for chemistry. So we don't need our AHL and NHL scouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start firing these guys. Now, they're good overall, but the region efficiency is not good because they're supposed to be in the NHL and the AHL, right? So I'm going to start firing all these guys. With the amount of first-round picks and second-round picks that we have in the next 3 years, I mean, hell, we have 9 first-round picks in the upcoming next 3 years. We need to really focus on scouting, all right? Really focus on scouting. So region efficiency, bang, there you go. So that is 8 of our scouts fired. I have 8 more spots available, and we're just going to go to each league and try to get the best players. So 2 players from Russia. Yep, I'm going to get these 2 guys. 1, 2, 3. I'll overpay, don't care. 1, 2, 3. You 2 from Russia. That's 2 players. I got to remember, I can only bring in 8 more. Yeah, so I'll have to fire some coaches as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. With these Nordic scouts. The European scouts, yep, 5, 6, 7. Did I say coach? I meant scouts. Sorry, boys. 6, 7. US, 8. So I'm definitely going to have to fire some guys. I got to fire 2 Russians and 3 from the from Scandinavia. QMJHL only has a C. The OHL has an A- scout. We definitely want that guy. All right, and we'll take the second guy as well. The OHL is always a good place to scout, and the WHL doesn't have anything. So we got to fire a few. Scouts right here. So what was it? If I go Russia, we don't need that 1 Russian scout, so I'll delete him or fire him. The SHL and Liga, we're gonna get 2 more. I don't need all these European scouts, so let me get rid of the NLA. All right, I can keep 2 of you. US Central, US Central, US Central. I can hold on to you guys. QMJHL, OHL. So OHL, we're getting like 2 more good guys. I can flip him around to the WHL as well. WHL. Yeah, I think we're good. Fire everyone in the U.S. Region. I'll get rid of this one guy, Gagne. Vincent Gagne. I'll fire him. So we'll come back on that. We'll come back on our head coaches. So that's the boring part taken care of. Next up, all right. So view contract situation. Our 2 young guns of the future that are going to be on the first line for year number 3 alongside of Philip Forsberg. Philip Tomasino. Oh, Philip Tomasino missing that huge chance. It's all right. He's going to grow from that. And Eli Tolvanen. I want to sign these guys both long term, and we'll get them signed right right now, okay? So me and the Twitch fans, we already agreed. Both of them, we're going to give them 8-year deals at $7 million per. That will ensure that we lock them up, and I'm hoping that these guys grow, and even if they don't grow, they won't be unmovable contracts. But given the fact that I think it doesn't matter... Like, it doesn't matter who it is. You can always grow a player if they're getting the right ice time from year to year. These guys are going to be on that first line. I have high expectations that they can get up to 88, 89 overall. And if they're there, that's going to be the best first line that we've had since being in Nashville, right? So same thing, 8 years at $7 million per year for Tolvanen as well. Bang, we'll get these guys both signed. That is it for RFAs on our team. And we still have like $30 million of cap space. Now, again, I saw a lot of comments about my dead cap situation. Just look at the dead cap as us paying for 6 first-round picks in the next 3 years, right? And also, I didn't want to hold on to guys at $2-3 million of cap space because I really do feel that we can sign some free agents and be a better team in year 3 and actually try to make the playoffs. But what do we need? That's the key. So first up, the forward core, right? We have Forsberg, we have Tomasino, we have Tolvanen. That's going to be our first line. Kemmel, I was talking to the boys on Twitch. Kemmel seems to be our second line right wing this year. He's going to make the NHL team without question. He was point per game in the AHL. And I'd like to play him in the second line right wing position. But then who we got as a center? Who do we got as his left wing? And I thought that would be exactly what we should target in free agency. 2 players that would benefit a young sniper on the right wing like a Joakim Kemmel. Now, I still have Tanner Jeannot. I still have Yakov Trenin. They can be third liners, so I kind of need like a right wing, two-way forward, power forward, grinder. And then the fourth line will just make up with young players when we get there. I got to see how much cap space I have available. So I need a second line center and a second line left wing that complements a sniper. And then defensively, we have Dante Fabro and Alexander Carrier, both right-handed defensemen. I need 2 left-handed defensemen. The top 6 we can fill up with young players that are cheap. Goaltenders, I got UC Saros. Lindbergh has been signed. He could be my backup for next year. Askarov is probably going to be the starter in the AHL, so I need a backup for the AHL. Okay. So we need to target 4 players in free agency right now. A center, a left wing, and 2 left-handed defensemen. So first up, let's try to find the line mates for Joakim Kemmel. And we were going through the list, and I was saying, we need to find a playmaker. We need to find somebody who can pass the puck to him. Now, people were pointing out like a guy like Patrice Bergeron, 9.4. Hey, it's just way too much for a veteran like that. Sebastian Aho would be nice, but we already have a 2-way forward in Philip Forsberg, and are we going to commit $12 million? I mean, that's not exactly going on a rebuild. That's kind of clogging up the salary cap situation. We need depth right now. Tolvanen and Tomasino are our 2 guys. We need depth. We need to get Kemmel going. So they also suggested Kopitar, who's a 2-way forward, which would mean that we would need to find a left wing playmaker. Matt Zuccarello, Jonathan Marchessault, it just didn't work out. But there was one guy at the center core that absolutely makes sense. If you remember, we traded Matt Duchene to Boston because of the aging David Krejci. 38 years of age, still has his exact top 6, which means that even if he drops to a exact top 9 forward, he should stay higher than 82 overall for the course of the year. But the reason I like this guy is storyline purposes. I mean, a European center to be the centerman for our young right-wing sniper who comes from Finland. And he actually had a pretty good year last year. 73 points in 82 games played. Take a look at his individual stats. Offensive awareness up there at 87. Poise, 97. Face-offs at 80. I'm not thinking about success. I'm not thinking about productivity. I'm just thinking about who would be a good centerman for Joakim Kemmel. And given the fact that he only wants 1 year, I think this could be the perfect one. There were other ones in there like Wenberg, who barely played, Paul Stastny, who's already got the exact top 9. But I want to make sure that Kemmel gets someone good to play against. And if we don't make the playoffs, Krejci could be a trade deadline acquisition or asset for us, right? So I'm going to give him a 1-year deal at $6 million per. I want to make sure I get him. There you go. Boom. Krejci. We're going to see if he wants to sign with us. So, if we have Kemmel as a right-wing sniper and Krejci as a center playmaker, we need like a left-wing 2-way forward or a left-wing power forward, right? Now, we were going down the list. I didn't want to sign anyone to a long-term deal. That's not something that we are interested in doing. But if I go down the list here, there's a guy, Anthony Beauvillier. All right. Now, he's not really much of a point producer. Last year, 43 points. The year before that, 32 points. So not really asking for a lot of money. But I do like the way he plays defense. His takeaways is always up there with his giveaways. He body checks as well. And so I'm thinking to myself, you know what? A two-way forward to play on that line. He's 27 years of age. So a guy like a guy who's, I don't know, in his prime with a veteran and a rookie and a guy who can take care of the defensive side of things, and he only wants a one-year deal. So I'm thinking the same thing, one-year deal for Beauvillier. I want to make sure I get him. So we went up with Krejci. I would go up with Beauvillier. 1 year, $5 million per year just to see what happens. If it's not a good season, another trading asset at the trade deadline. I'm going to offer him a contract as well, right? So that's our second-line center and our second-line left wing taken care of. Now what we need are two left-handed defensemen. Now, the interesting thing about the left-handed defenseman, let's go to lefty. Well, we could get this guy, Devin Taves, who walked from Colorado and basically replace Roman Josi. It's way less overall, but also 4 years younger. But 7 years is the same thing as a Sebastian Aho. I don't want to go 7 years with anybody at this point, right? Unless it's a young player that's homegrown. I don't want to do that. But a guy like Brady Shea, 30 years of age, he wants a 3-year deal. I could absolutely do something like that. I wouldn't even mind giving you like a 2-year deal at like $5 million per year. And that would take care of at least one of our defensemen. And this guy, again, if we have a good year, he can come back for next year. He's not going to drop off. I need somebody to actually log some NHL ice time. I like that 2-year better than 3-year, $5 million. Let's see if he wants to play with Nashville. And I'm not looking for any offensive defensemen, Gustav Forsling or Oliver Shillington. We're going to go with the former New York Ranger who just won the Stanley Cup, but I guess they feel they don't need him anymore. Ryan Lindgren, again, not a guy who puts up too many points, but just, what is he, 26 years of age, wants $3 million per. I'll give him a 2-year deal at $3.5 million just to make sure that I get him, right? And then there you go. So if all these guys sign, I got my 4 defensemen and I got my top 2 forward core with a third line of Yakov Trenin and Tanner Jeannot. So I just got to get a few more forwards and 2 more defensemen. The team is coming together. Now, before I simulate, I don't want to lose out on any potential good players, right? So goaltender situation. I don't necessarily need a backup, but like look at these guys. Like if I can find a guy 0.7 who's like in his mid-20s, that could be real, like 25 years of age. No, we're not on DiPietro. Here we go. Dawes, look at this guy. 23 years of age, 0.775 at 79 overall. Twitch, would I got the green light to get this guy on the team? I think this is a good signing. It can be a backup. It could be a starter. It could be our backup for the NHL team. We're not giving up too much, and it seems like a pretty solid player here. I could go 3 years with him as well. Yeah, I'll go 2 years. It seems like 2 years seems to be what we're working out on. Yeah, green. I'm getting a lot of green lights right here, Twitch. Getting a lot of green lights. All right, good. So Dawes we're going to get for a 2-year deal at 0.8. Bang. There you go, Nico Dawes. Defenseman, this exact same thing, all right? So down the list, we want to find guys in the mid-20s who can like just play for our AHL team or make the NHL team. Now, Cholowitzki, looking pretty good, but $2.4 million. That's a real contract. Here we go. Who's this guy? Scott Perunovich? Top 4? How many games played did he have last season? He only played 5 games last year. Oh my God. Didn't even play the year before that. This guy has just been hidden. But he's 80 overall, 25 years of age, offensive defenseman. I like that. I like it. Give him a 2-year. Oh, he wants a little bit more. Okay. I'll give you a 1-year deal, but I'll max it out a little bit. Yeah, because I want to make sure I get him. Another team might sneak in there. So 1 year at $1 million per. All right, they're giving me the green light again. I'm going to grab you. There you go. And let's just keep going down the list. Let's see if we can find any young players, because this is what we got to do now. Stillman, 1.2, no. This is what we got to do to fill out the rest of the team. Walsh, here we go. 0.7. Oh, yeah, 0.7, 0.7. These 3 guys right here. Walsh, Kolyachonok, and Moser. All right, good. A right-handed defenseman, left-handed defenseman, a guy who can play both sides. I'll get these 3 guys. 2 years, yeah, a little bit more, just so I make sure I get you. Yeah, you as well. 2 years, a little bit more, so I get you. All right, very good. And Moser, 2 years, and a little bit more, so I get you. All right, so there is a crop of young defensemen that we have just targeted. Now, I'm not going to go after any more. I want to take our time with this. I want to make sure that I don't go over the contract limit and all that stuff. But a boatload of defensemen I'm looking to sign. Now, forwards, the exact same thing, but let's break it up with forwards a little bit easier. Centers, all right? First off, centers. If I can get, we need three of them. If I can get three of these guys who are less than like $1 million, who have good age, I don't even care about the potential. Like McLeod, 0.9, 26. Yeah, this guy, McLeod, it would definitely sign him. Yep, 0.92 for 1 year, get you signed. Anybody else? Going down the list. 27 years of age, Gaudette, no. 24, Loco, 1.1. Cheaper. I need cheaper than that. No, I need cheaper than that. 24, power forward. Gustafson, yep. I'm going to sign you. 1 year, bang. And then one more center as well. Let's see these guys. Yeah, playmaker, top 9, top 6, Madden, Ambrosi. I'll get this guy. In fact, I'll actually get a couple of these guys here because we do need to fill out our AHL team with some winners so our AHL head coach gets better. So offer contract. There you go. Yeah, I'll give you guys all contracts. There you go. So that's the center court taken care of. Left wings, same thing. Sort by potential. Okay, I can sort by potential. Just let me do it my way first, Twitch. And then we'll go back and sort by potential. Make sure that I didn't miss anyone, all right? Don't worry, boys. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. Roostalainen, sniper. That could help out the AHL team. And I know I already had him playing on our Milwaukee Admirals last year. Yeah, he had a pretty good season. So I'm going to bring him back for the AHL squad. All right, yeah, that's fine. Another 2 more guys. Another 2 more. 25 Grinder. Camino. Yeah, there you go. I'll get you signed. There you go. And then 25 Myers. Yep, that'll do. All right, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just getting a bunch of depth players for either the AHL or the 4th line. Now, we do need a right wing 3rd liner, but I'll wait to see how much money I got left over to do that. We should be fine for cap space. Entwistle. Power 4, that's not bad. Entwistle. Nah, I don't want to offer that. No, I don't want to offer that. Power forward. Here we go. Tropachenko. I can find cheaper. No. Playmaker. There you go. Alti Barmakian. Oh, we're getting some wicked names in here. Yeah, buddy. All right, there's 123 years of age. Schwint. Yeah, I'll grab you. John is illiterate. And then we're getting down into the bottom 6s. Top 9. Here we go. Yeah, power forward. Legare. Yeah. There you go. All right, so a bunch of forwards, bunch of defensemen, a goaltender, and that will basically build up the squad because I basically released everyone, right? So we got our coaches, we got our scouts, we signed Tomasino and Tolvanen, and we got our free agency. Twitch, am I forgetting anything? Or can we simulate ahead a few days? I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I got our first line, we got our second line, got our 2 left-handed defensemen. Goaltender's already... Ooh, last but not least, we forgot something. Sort by potential. All right, I'll do that as well. But we can also offer UC Saros a contract extension, right? Now, I'd like to put UC Saros on the same year as Philip Forsberg. So, Philip Forsberg, after this season, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years left. 5 years. He goes up to 29 and 30. So, let's give Saros a 5-year extension. All right? Yeah, 5 years at $7 million per. Twitch, do I got the green light for this? I want to UC Saros. I mean, that's perfect. It'll take him up to 34 years of age. He can help us through this rebuilding stage. Why rush? If he has a good season, man, that could go up. I mean, that's solid. $7 million. There's nothing wrong with this. Green, give more. No, I think 7 mil is good. He wants to sign here, doesn't he? Hang on a second. Yeah, he wants the extension. He wants to play in Nashville, so I think I can save some money with this. All right. Yeah, sort by potential. I got it. All right, so 5 years at $7 million per for an extension for UC Saros. Bang! There it is. Thank you very much. And last but not least, the fans wanted me to sort by potential. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we'll see here because it's all going to be the top players. Top 6, Ikonen. Yeah, but he's 25 years of age. I wouldn't say he grows too much. Benson, 1.5 million. Lutz, top 6. Ooh, who's this guy? Julian Lutz, a center, top 6. Drafted in the second round of 2022 by the Arizona Coyotes. All right, I'll give this guy a shot. Lutz, it's a minor league contract. Look at that. All right, yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. There you go. The fans helped me out a little bit. Let's keep going down. Power forward. I'm looking for, if I'm doing sorting by potential, I want guys in their early 20s now. You know what I mean? I don't want any of these guys like 25, 26. They're about to lose it. I want guys 23 or younger. Go down the list. 24, top forward, Norlander. He could grow. Matthias Norlander. He could grow. You never know. Yeah, I'll go with that one too. Norlander. That looks interesting. That one has got me a little bit interested. I'll go 2 years for him. There you go. That one's got me a little interested, boys. Korczak, 23. Defenseman. Top 4. Yeah, that could be something good as well. Yeah, hell yeah. Let me see. Let me try it out. Buffalo wants him, though. Okay, Buffalo. I don't want to go too many. I don't want to go to 21 years of age. Low top. Now we're getting into the low top 4s. All right. So there you go. I took care of that, Twitch. We got 2 guys, or 3 guys, actually. Thank you very much. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Because I'm ready to advance the day and see what we got. If everyone signs, that's good, but I don't know. The head coach might not want to play in the AHL with us. Krejci and Beauvillier might get a contract from someone else. Save, you goof. All right, they want me to save it for some reason. Why do I got to save? We haven't even gone ahead. Create new file. We haven't even got ahead. The fans want me to save. I'm saving. All right, so it seems like we are good. Let us advance the day and see what unfolds for the Nashville Predators. Now, it's going to take a few days here for everything to get signed. First comes in is the scouts, Yuri Vishnevsky. So the Russian scouts probably. Yeah, Andrei Frolov. Yeah, here come all the scouts. Richard Talusti. Oh my God, that's a name from the past. Alina Kuka. Vyacheslav Nikitin. Oh, man, I am butchering these names. Kylie Blair. All right, so nothing to do with the head coach and nothing to do with any players as of right now. Advance the day. Gale Gordon, yes, I thought he'd signed with another team because I saw the Milwaukee Admiral logo, but no, we got our head coach of the future. Gale Gordon signed to an 8-year deal, will start out in the AHL. I am happy to join the team, and I want to thank you for reaching out to me with an offer. I look forward to making an impact. All right. Gale Gordon, baby. That is massive for us. Julius Coupland, so some more scout signing as well now. Hunter Mackey, good. Okay, so coaching staff. So now that we know we have our coaching staff, 8.3, I'm just underneath the, so we won't go too far up. We won't go too far over it, but there you go, 8 years. And he's already making less than Mangon and Gervais. So if this guy can end up growing into a really good head coach, I just need that defense and offense to get to A-, both of them. Ooh, he will be a great head coach. But let's just hire some plugs, basically, to back him up, all right? I'm just going to go off of teaching. I just want a good team that can teach. That's essentially it. So goalie coach, yeah, I don't care. You can go in. Winnipeg Jets want Israel. You know what? The hell with the Winnipeg Jets. I want you. AHL associate coach for 3 years, sure. You know what? I'm not going to compete with other teams. I don't want to give them more than what they're needed. There you go. AHL assistant coach. Yeah. Boom. You can get 400K. Bang. You next. Goalies. Yeah. You can get the AHL assistant coach. 3 years. Bang. And then I just need a goalie coach as well. Goalies, 49. There you go. AHL goalie coach. Whoa, he's expensive. Never mind. Hang on a sec. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Rainer Nold. AHL goalie coach. Get signed, my man. Offer contract. All right, so that'll take care of our AHL team. And don't worry, I can start loading up on some AHL associate and assistant coaches after this first year with our NHL squad, all right? A lot of money tied up in our NHL head coaches right now. Scouts, so we're still waiting on our scouts. 3 more scouts. We're waiting on our AHL. And the players from the NHL should start coming in now. So let's keep advancing, see what we got. Juha Saarinen, that's more scouts. Matty Nemesek, that's more scouts. David Gustafson is on the team, so there we go. We're starting to see the younger players start to accept the contracts. Brady Shea has accepted the contract for the Nashville Predators. Ben Myers, very good. Michael McLeod, very good. Anthony Beauvillier has signed with the Nashville Predators. So we got Brady Shea, we got Beauvillier. Lindgren, so there's our defensive core, our top 4 taken care of, very good. Moser, Perunovic, Korczak, Norlander, Tyler Madden, good. Schwint, good. Camino, good. Ambruzis, Good. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these names. Nico Dawes, Riley Walsh, Nathan Julian Lutz, Ristolainen. Oh my God. They are all signed. Still waiting on Krejci, still waiting on Tomasino, Tolvanen, and UC Saros, all right? Let's advance the day, see what we got here. Good. So our AHL assistant coach is signed. Rayner, no! He doesn't want the AHL head coach or a goalie coaching job. Krejci has signed with the Nashville Predators. So the center playmaker for our young right-wing sniper, Joakim Kennel, has signed. Get them living together right away, all right? Get them as roommates. Kennel, you can go live with David Krejci and his family. UC Saros has signed us a 5-year extension at $7 million per year. We've got our goaltender locked up, just like Forsberg. He's not going anywhere. Tolvanen, I believe this signing will be good for myself and the franchise. Tolvanen signs for 8 years at $7 million per year, baby. Tomasino, I've decided to accept your offer. Philip Tomasino has been signed long-term by the Nashville Predators. 8 times 7 as well. There it is. Was that everything? UC Saros? That might have been everything. Let me advance one more day, see if there's anything else coming in. The AHL associate coach. Very good. And that's it. That is it. All right. So let us start off with the coaching staff situation. What do we got? I just need a goalie coach. So let's just get like the cheapest guy imaginable. All right, just the cheapest. There you go. Come on, somebody with an A. There you go. You. Ben Motzko. Come on, man. You're about to have to retire. You're 55 years of age. You need some sort of a job. All right, just take the severance package. Take it, Ben. Take it. Next up, we got the scouting situation. I got 19 to 20. So. I got a bunch of Europeans, Russians. Yeah. Ooh, I got one too many of you. I don't need one of. I don't need all of these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna fire you. Fire that German scout because I already have 4 European scouts. I need another U.S. QMJHL, OHL, WHL. 2 more. I could use a QMJHL. What do you guys think we should target more? American prospects or Canadian prospects? I kind of like the idea of targeting the American prospects, but what about the WHL and the QMJHL? Shitty for the dub. Shitty for the QMJHL. I'm going after American prospects, all right? Yeah, I'm going after American prospects. 2, 3, you, Stu Dennis, and you. No, other teams already want him, so I'll just go for this guy instead. You. You know what? Fine. It's a battle. Fine. I'll outbid all of you. There you go. All right. So we're gonna try to get these 2 Americans. Trader. What do you mean Europeans? I'm the GM of the Nashville Predators, baby. USA blood. I gotta play. I gotta get the advantage going. We need American-born players in this American city. All right, so we still have free agency. Let's take a look at our contract situation now, shall we? All right, so we have 45 out of 50 players signed and $8.2 million of cap space available. All right, so I still made it work. Goaltender situation. So now I have 2 backups, Dawes and Lindbergh, and then Askarov I'll find a way to get him as a starter. Don't worry about that. So Dawes and Lindbergh, we can figure out which one is better. Help Saros get some backup wins. Help the team out, I should say. Fabro, Brady Shea, Carrier, and Lindgren. So the only guy with 3 years left is Fabro. Brady Shea, Carrier, and Lindgren. It's not great. It's not an awesome blue line, but it's young and it's there. You know what I mean? Perunovic, 80 overall. Walsh, 78 overall. Oof, we're looking weak. Moser, and I can definitely make an AHL lineup out of these defensemen. Now I got to find a way to get Hickey in there. But yeah, we definitely have enough players now on the defensive core. Let's go centers first. So I got Krejci down the middle. Hang on a second. Now remember, Tomasino is listed as a right wing, but we're playing him as a center. So Krejci's the second line center. Trennan and McLeod is my 4th line center. And then, yeah, we got plenty for the AHL, so I was able to find those players. Forsberg, Tolvanen. Tolvanen's on the first line right wing, so Beauvillier is the second line left wing. Tanner Jeannot, and then I need to find we could find some 4th liners still. Some legitimate NHL 4th liners. And then right wings, Tolvanen is up there. Kemmel's the second line right wing. Yeah, we need a 3rd line right wing and then a few 4th liners. I have $8 million of cap space. We can absolutely use it in free agency. So let's go and use some of that money. Let's get a big 3rd line right wing. All right, let's make some money here. or spend some money. Look at that, Tyson Barrie. So there's another reason why the trade for the Edmonton Oilers made sense. They didn't want to pay Tyson Barrie $9.75 million for a 32-year-old defenseman. And how many years do you want? 3 years? Instead, they got a 34-year-old defenseman, 2 years older, but much better overall. X factors, and he's only making $4.5 million. That's why the Edmonton Oilers parted ways with all those draft picks, all right? So, right wings, right. Third line right wing. Oh, my goodness. Depth goal scorer. He was on the Islanders last year. Nah, I can't bring back Phil. I don't think that would work out for us. Kevin Labanc, though. Kevin Labanc played pretty good for us last year. Let's see. The Nashville, he had 15 points in 22 games played, playoffs, and he played, oh yeah. I'd like to bring back Kevin Labanc for the third line right wing beside Yakov Trenin, Trenin and Tanner Jeannot. Yeah, I'd like to do that. How many years do you want? 1 year? If I give him 4, then I got to get a few more back. You know what? I'm not going to battle for Kevin Labanc. It looks like other people are going for him. I'm not going to battle that. How about like a guy like Kasperi Kapanen? Another Finn. I mean, I'm making the fantastic Finn team, and he's nice and cheap. Let's see his stats. Defensive awareness ain't great. It's as all as his skating. Oh, man. Okay. Mantha. I need two-way forwards or grinders. Yeah, to him. No, it's too far down. I need a third-line right wing. You know what? Labanc, we know works. I'm going to go after Labanc. I'm going to give you a 2-year, $4 million deal. All right, Labanc? I'd like to get you back on the team. Yeah, I'd like to get Labanc back on the team. So that will take care of the third line position. So let me just advance a few days. Let's see if I get him. To Boston, Jakob Slavin. And to Carolina, they traded their goaltender. Whoa, the Boston Bruins are looking that much better. Kevin Labanc is on our team. There you go. Hang on a second. Let's take a look at the Boston Bruins. Here. Because they did have 2 starting goaltenders. So the fact that they were able to do that, I like it. Because they still have Olmark, who is 85, right? Yeah. Defenseman. Slavin. Did I call him Yakov? Jacob Slavin. Oh, man. He's got X factors. Oh, that's really good. And how many years left? 1 year. So he's going to be like kind of like a rental. But they still have McAvoy. They have Slavin now. They have Lindholm. They have Carlo. They have 4 defensemen. They need to fill out that blue line a little bit more. But that trade makes a big difference. They brought Bergeron back? That makes Matt Duchene trade bait. They just signed Bergeron and he's trade bait. They got Sam Reinhart as well? What the fuck, Boston? They just said, to hell with this. We're going with our forward core. Well, they got X factors on this team now. Bergeron and Duchene. Sam Reinhart they have X factors. Holy crap. Doesn't matter who they have the center core. They got Big Tipper on Sam Reinhart and Duchene. This forward core is so nasty. Pasternak, Bergeron, Marchand, Duchene, Taylor Hall, Sam Reinhart. I mean, look at all those X factors. Well, we'll see what the Boston Bruins can do. Woo! I don't know if those ones are going to be draft picks in 2 years from now. That's a pretty good team. Now that they got Reinhart, yeah, that's nice. And Bergeron, they just said to hell with the blue line. So I got my third line right wing in Labanc. Let me just take a look at this again. I need a fourth line. I just need do I need like 2 more players, like 1 defenseman? I could use 1 more defenseman, just one dude, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can use him. 11, 12. I need I could use 2 more forwards, to be honest. Let me see what I got. So I have my center in McLeod, left wings. Let's see what we got here. Just like someone worth like $1 million. That's just like 80 overall. How about Kubalik? Kubalik, boys. How about a guy like Dominic Kubalik? That's not that bad. Let me take a look at these individual stats. Yeah, those are kind of nice. Kubalik is nice. Miles Wood is a little bit cheaper. Same kind of stats. Yeah. What do you guys think? Tank, too much money. Kind of like Miles Wood here. 1 year. Yeah, I'm going to get Miles Wood. 1 year at $2 million for Miles Wood. There you go. And then a right winger. Not Phil. Sorry, Phil. Can't do it, man. We got to go in a different direction here. I need like a grinder, Hathaway, two-way forward, Stroza, Duhame, Josh Anderson, Entwistle. I just need somebody. Dadonov? No, I don't need a sniper for the bottom. I don't want that. All right. The fans are calling for it. The fans want it. This might be a first time ever. Evgeny Dadonov is being signed by GM Superbman. There you go. All right, I did it. Now, defenseman, I could use just, oh man, no one's gone after Tyson Berry just yet. Look at that. I need just one guy who's nice and cheap. One guy who's cheap. No, 1.7. Hayden Fleury. He can play both sides. Hayden Fleury's the guy. There you go. Hayden Fleury. Yeah, 1.1750. There you go. All right, so I think I'm at the brink of roster limit with those trades or those signings. I'm hearing your staff chemistry is low. I was going to say no, but then I realized I had nobody else wanting my services, so I want that 0.2 million. Ben, welcome to the AHL. Stellars, or more scouts are coming in. St. Denis, Saint Denis. Evgeny Dadonov is a member of the Nashville Predators, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Miles Wood, so there's our fourth line, and Hayden Fleury taken care of. That's it. That is it. The Nashville Predators rebuild is complete. We blew it up, and we put it back together again. We have $2.3 million of cap space, yet we've been able to, I think, put together a pretty good team here. And what's interesting is all the players that you guys suggested to me with the good potential, like, how, are they going to grow? Like, is this Dawes guy going to get into the 80s? Defenseman, let me see. Like, Fabro, does he grow? Shea shouldn't grow. Lindgren, Peronovich, are these guys going to grow? Like, these guys down here, top four? Are they going to grow? And then forwards, I'm hoping that Tomasino and Tolvanen grow up to at least 88 overall. We need Kemmel to grow. And then, I don't think we're going to see too many other forwards getting up there. All right, so I want to hear it, YouTube. What do you think of these moves? Only time will tell to see if it was successful or not. But let us simulate to year number 3 and get this sim started. Patrick Kane goes to the Calgary Flames, ladies and gentlemen. Montreal signs Sebastian Aho. The New Jersey Devils get Devin Taves. Oh my God. All right, so we are at preseason, but it is time to name our new captains, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just get rid of this. All right, so it's very clear who our next captain should be. It went from Shea Weber to Roman Josi, but now we're going with a guy who's been here since day one of his career. Philip Forsberg, the new captain of the Nashville Predators, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the alternates. I could give it to Dante Fabro, but considering we just signed them both to 8-year deals, we're going to put a lot of responsibility in the laps of Philip Tomasino and Tolvanen, and that's what we're going to do. Alternate for Tolvanen, alternate for Tomasino, all right? No defensemen are getting any captaincy. I could give it to Dante Fabro, but like I said, I'm giving it to all. I'm giving all the responsibility to our young guns up front this year. There it is. All right, so done, just like that, done. And we are in preseason now. I can do some power video editing to edit the lines with our boys in the Twitch Scouts or the Twitch chat, but they want to see some of the lineups of the teams that we traded for, right? So the Boston Bruins now in year number 3. So look at that. Duchesne did not drop to exact elite, so he's going to be good for the next 2 seasons. What do they do in the net, man? So Olmark, the defensive core, McAvoy, man, they're weak after their their top 4. They are weak, but their forward core, Pasternak, Bergeron, Marchand, Duchesne, Hall, Reinhart, Coyle, DeBrusque. I mean, there it is. There's your 8 players right there. There it is. That is really nice. Good God. That is really nice. All right, so the Boston Bruins. Who else did you guys want to look at? View lines. I don't know if the view line screen, because we're in the preseason, will have them updated. So hang on a second. If I go to the Boston Bruins right now, will they all be over the place? Marchand, Pasternak. Oh, there he is. Bergeron's not even playing in the center. I got to say, though, that should be a top 5. That should be a +5, and that should be a +5. Very nice. That should be a +5. They have +5s everywhere. Their fourth line, yeah, their fourth line looking real weak. Next up, the Winnipeg Jets. All right, so Kyle Connor, Scheifele, and Ehlers. That's a +5. Barbanov, Dubois, Wheeler. That's good enough. They got a little bit. Oh, Perfetti. I'm surprised they don't have him up on the third line, right? Cole Perfetti. What about their defensive core? Morrissey, Pionk, McDonough. He dropped the top 6. Oh, well, Winnipeg. Oh, well, you traded it for. But remember, the Winnipeg Jets only gave us one first rounder because the first round that they gave us last year, they knew it wasn't a lottery pick anymore. So they're banking on themselves and making the playoffs this season. If they do, then it was a fine trade for them. All right, so they're the Winnipeg. Oh, fuck, I forgot to do the Edmonton Oilers. Hang on. Edmonton Oilers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Roman Josi and what he's become. So Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Jesse Pullman-Harvey, Nuge, Klim Kostin, and Evander Kane. Yep. Dylan Holloway, Rask, and Hyman. Yep. Lavoie, Gambrell, and Robinson. I gotta say, I really like that forward core. Defensively, there he is, 92 overall, still has his exact elite. So he did not even drop to medium top 4. So for everyone complaining that why would they want a 34-year-old defenseman, you got to look at the overall number. He's going to stay at 92 for this year. If he drops next year, he'll be a 90, 89. Year after that, 88, 87. Like, they're getting plenty of good time with a guy like Roman Josi. That puts Darnell Nurse down, Broberg, Myers, Brodin, and Bouchard. And power play, let's see. Yeah. That's a pretty nasty power play, you gotta say. That's +5. That is the one. So I don't think I fleeced them. And the fans are calling for Connor Bedard on the Buffalo Sabres. Connor Bedard is an 86 overall. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, I will take some time with the fans to do all the boring stuff. YouTube, I know you guys want to see a little bit of simulating with this new team. I'd like to go a month or two in this video, so let's use some power of video editing. We'll do the scouting, we'll edit the lines, we'll do all that stuff, and we'll bring it back, all right? Alrighty, so the fans and myself have gone through and done all the boring stuff. We've sent the scouts out, and the draft class for this year, we do have some first overall picks. Maxim Anisimov, Rene Fontaine, Scott Chelios, Oldrich Yager, Michael Misa, lots of forwards. Then you got this guy, Liam Anderson, defenseman, Alexander Jass, Kenny Barlow, lots of young players. Are we going to get a top 5 pick this year? I don't know. Who is the, which draft picks do we have again for this year? We got the Jets and we got the Edmonton Oilers, correct? Let me just make sure so that we can track these all year. Yes. So we have our first round pick, we have the Winnipeg Jets first round pick, and we have the Edmonton Oilers first round pick. Will we get a draft lottery pick this season? We also have a bunch of seconds and a bunch of thirds that I can use throughout the year if there's a player that we want to trade for, or if just at the draft next year we want to trade up, we can absolutely do that. We've already taken a look at some other teams. Let me show you guys the lines for year number 3, and I'm liking what I see. I mean, see what I mean about Tomasino and Tolvanen? They grew to 88. I can make the argument this is the best our first line has been in the first 3 years that I've been here as a member of the Nashville Predators. Lack of X factors, which means the +5, but the overalls are there. There's Beauvillier and Krejci to play alongside a Joakim Kemmel, who jumped to an 83 overall. Now, Krejci did get an exact top 9, which means that I do expect that 85 overall to drop over the course of the year. I wouldn't say it drops further than 82, but just be aware of that. Jeannot, Trennan, and LeBanc, third line, same third line as it was last season, and then it gets a little bit weak. Miles Wood, Michael McLeod, and I don't agree with this signing, but I'm listening to the Twitch chat. They wanted Evgeny Dadonov, so I got some depth goal scoring back there. Defenseman, this is where our blue line looks really weak. Lindgren, Fabro, Carrier, Shea. Perunovic, though, he did jump to an 81. A bunch of these young players that we signed in free agency did get a few overall growth. Hayden Fleury in there also. Power play, it's our 4 players of the future. Tomasino, Tolvanen, Forsberg. I'm getting Kemmel in there so we can have a really good rookie season. And our offensive defenseman, Carrier. And then it gets really weak. Our second line power play, Dadonov. We have an 80 overall Dadonov on our second line power play. Holy crap. 4-man power play. Tomasino, let me just mix up Forsberg and Tomasino there. Does that always happen? LeBanc, I swear to God, why does that keep on changing their damn positions? Penalty kill. Forsberg is the center now. Is it always going to do that for me? That's pissing me off, because what happens if I lose because I have the wrong guys in the wrong positions? Forsberg and Trennan. Our penalty kill looks really weak as well. McLeod and Jeannot. Tolvanen and Tomasino as an offensive third line penalty killing. 3-man penalty kill. It's bad. It's bad, ladies and gentlemen. Just put it like that. It is bad. Extra lines. We're really playing our younger guys. We're not going to go through all these lines for you. Extra attackers is Tomasino and Tolvanen. Goaltenders, UC Saros. This guy, Nico Dawes, grew it to an 81 overall. And the scratch players, pretty weak. Ben Myers, Cole Schwint, and Luke Prokop, all right? So, not great. Not great whatsoever. And in the AHL, we're starting to play some of our young guns. Cameron Ramsey, who we just drafted. Duke Draper, we're going to play them down there. And look, Yarventi's ready to go as well. We're getting some chemistry. But we're also playing the better players above them because we want to help grow our AHL coach. These guys will grow, don't worry. Defensively, we also have Cody Hickey, who we drafted in year number 1 in the second round, who's got that gold thunderclap. And because of that, look at the power play. Look at the second line power play. +5. Duke Draper, Cameron Ramsey, Emil Yarventi, and Cody Hickey. And the combination of X factors between those 4 give me a +5. So you see what I mean? And this is the head coach of the future as well. We're going to start to grow these guys, and hopefully sometime in the next 3 years, we can get ourselves that franchise piece to bring it all together. All right? I'm a crazy scientist, but it's going to work out for us. It's going to work out for us. So let's get to some simulating. Let's have some fun and see how this team performs. The plan is we're going to simulate about a month, maybe 2 if we're simulating pretty well. And we can set up the next video to either A, simulate to the trade deadline and stop it there, but I don't see us making too many trades at the trade deadline unless we're unloading it. So if we go, let's say, 2 months in this video, then we can use the next video to go all the way to the end of the regular season and even through the NHL playoffs to take a look at the draft lottery, right? We can break up the seasons if we know we're not going to be a good team. But I don't know. I still think we have like our first line is the best it's ever been. Roman Yossi's not there. We got a good head coach and UC Saros in the net. If our division is still weak, we can certainly make some noise. Or maybe GM Superbman is just being way too optimistic. So let's simulate ahead. Let's get into decline. And let me just edit the trading block. I forgot to do this. Bang, 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 bang. I don't need any trades coming in. I like the team the way it is. Krejci is going to play alongside a Kemmel to help grow. Let us start it up. All right, so preseason. Is this any kind of indication on how we can play? Preseason, we're 5-2-0 in preseason. So through 7 games, we got 5 wins. First game of the season up against the Detroit Red Wings. Let's go into a real-time simulation and just see how our team simulates as if we were playing a playoff game. The Detroit Red Wings, they should be much further ahead in their rebuild than we are, right? The Yzer plan, what can they do? And I could do, just the skip the period, but I want to replicate what we see in the playoffs. I want to see how this team actually simulates here. Now, I like my head coach still. I think my first line is really good. Power play is a little bit weak. Thing is, though, we don't have any +5s anywhere. And if chemistry really does still matter, that's something that's going to drastically hurt us. But Joakim Kemmel, there you go. It's not his very first NHL game. That was last year. But this is officially his rookie season, I think. And he's going to score... Is that his first NHL goal? I don't even know, but that's a big one. A good way to start the year. The second line coming through. Good job, boys. Good job. Second period underway. And that's what I'm looking for. Philip Tomasino scores on Georgiev. I just want my first line, Tomasino, Tolvanen, and Forsberg to play like an 89 and 288 overall players, even though they don't have the chemistry. It's +1. And I still think that that's a pretty good damn first line. We don't have that franchise piece. Philip Forsberg scores. The first line contributes for 2. Our blue line is certainly weak, but it does have top 4 defensemen on it. And then UC Saros in the net. I'm hoping that UC can steal us a few games this year. Third period underway. Early power play for the Detroit Red Wings. We did a bad job. 5-on-3 power play. What are you idiots doing? Don't be slashing them. Don't be hooking them. Get out there and work hard. I end up killing it off. 10 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Look at the shot totals. 33-23 in favor of Nashville. We're dominating. Forsberg. We dominated. All right. That's a good start to the year. That is a very good start to the year. A 4-1 victory over the Detroit Red Wings. Let's go, boys. Forsberg with 4 points. Tomasino with 4 points. Tolvanen with 2 points. Kemmel with a point. That first line went off at a .958 save percentage for UC Saros. Way to go. 82-0. I don't know about that just yet, Westy. Hang on a second. So let's simulate a month. And the first month is always a shortened month. And if I like what we see, we'll simulate another month. All right. So let's just. I hope we don't have too many injuries to deal with this year because man, oh. Estimated return is October 23rd. It's not going to be that bad. Dante Fabro's out with an injured stomach. What the hell did he eat? Is it food poisoning or something? Damn it. I'm just going to replace him. We have to expect this kind of stuff to happen this year. All right, he's going to be out for a while. I'm going to continue because I don't want him to get injured again. I'm going to stop the simulation. Stop the sim. Stop the sim. Stop the sim! Holy crap. Maybe I shouldn't even play Dante Fabro. We are 5-1-0 to start the year. What the hell? All right, man. Forsberg is killing it. Let me get Fabro back in there before he gets pissed off. Why the hell aren't I playing, coach? Pro Cop. There you go, Pro Cop. That's what I brought you up for. You're not going to have to clear waivers. Fabro's back in. 5-1-0. Ooh, I told you guys. David Poyle put together a weird team. GM Superbman knows how to build a winner here. That's a shootout win. And that's a 3-1 loss to Chicago. We can definitely go another month. I want to see if this is just a too small of a sample size or if we're actually this good. 6-2-0 after 1 month. That is fantastic. What about our AHL squad? 3-2-0. All right, so yeah, it's a small sample size. Let's go one more month and see what we got, all right? Up against the Vegas Golden Knights. That's a 6-2 win. I like what I see. The Calgary Flames with Patrick Kane now. Remember that? Yeah, they signed Patrick Kane. We lose to them, but a 5-2 win over Winnipeg, and Winnipeg's below 500. We have their first-round pick this year. For this year. Washington, Montreal, St. Louis. That's a 5-3 victory. 7-3 loss. 6-1. We're not losing. Like, we're not going on a losing streak, just as I say it. We lose 3 of our last 4. There's a win. There's another loss. There's a loss. There's a win. I mean, we're playing better than I thought we would be playing. 12-8-0. Let's go one more year because I'm getting the vibe here that the next video we don't have to stop at the trade deadline. You know what I mean? Let's go one more. We'll take it up to January 1st. That way we can do the scouting again at the beginning of the next video. One more month. Yeah, I agree. One more month. Our team is, don't know what to make of it just yet. The losses are starting to pile up now. There's a win. There's another loss. There's a regulation loss. There's a win. 14-11. I mean, we're winning every single game we go to overtime. There's a 4-game winning streak. And then, what's it called? December 30th for Beauvillier. I'm just going to replace the player. It's a shootout loss, regulation loss, shootout loss. I don't want to put him in just yet. Stop the sim. There you go. I just have to spam it, dude. I just have to really get in there and spam it. Is auto-rotate goalie on? Yes, it is on. We made sure to turn that on. Goalies, let's see what Dawes is doing. He's only got 2. Saros is killing it this year. We're not even getting any backup support. So Myers, you're going to get out of there. Beauvillier gets in there. And look at that. Krejci's already dropped down to an 84. So, yeah, he's definitely on the way down. But he's playing fine right now for Kemmel. So we might actually start to lose games the further the season goes, right? But that's okay. It's a rebuilding year for us. So let's just get up to January 1st. 2 more games, Minnesota and the Colorado Avalanche. Carrier with broken hand. Estimated return is February 5th. Well, the injury bug hurt us in a big way. Carrier is going to be gonzo for a whole month. Replace player, Pro Cop, you can go in there. We'll figure out what we want to do in the next video with that. All right, 18-14-2 for the Nashville Predators. Our weak-ass division again. We are in a playoff spot. Yeah, the next video we can definitely take it to the end of the regular season. I'll do that. All right, so let's take a look at some of these team stats and what we got here. So where are the Jets? The Jets are 16-19-3, and the Oilers 20-15-3. All right, so both teams not really taking off. Individual stats. Let's see what we got. Team stats. So just our division. Goals for per game, what do we got? We are second in our division for goals for per game. So we're scoring goals somehow. Goals against per game, second in our division. So again, the stats show that we're a good team. Power play percentage, holy crap, 13.2. We are scoring 5v5. If our power play is that low, but we're still scoring over 3 goals a game, that's wild. That's a second-line power play. Is not chipping in at all. And then the penalty kill percentage, 87.5, really good. Only second to the Winnipeg Jets. So I like how our team is playing on paper. You know what I mean? Like, everything looks good on paper again. Forwards, Forsberg doing his job. Tomasino, point per game, doing his job. Kemmel, hell yeah. He's got 18 goals in 34 games played, 6 on the power play. Yeah, that was a great idea. We're definitely helping to grow Joakim Kemmel. Krejci, he's still an 84. He's got 28 points. Tolvanen, 24 points, a plus 14. Beauvillier, LeBanc, Trennan, and Jeannot are all plus players. They're doing their job. Fourth line, Dadonov. You idiots made me go after. I should have just got a two-way forward for the fourth line. You idiots. Defenseman, Carrier with 18 points, but he's out for a month. Brady Shea, they're all Fabro minus 12. Fabro's not doing great in the first line with Lindgren. Interesting. And goaltenders, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There it is. UC Saros, a 920 save percentage and a goals against of 2.44. All right, real good. Real good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Our Year 3 Nashville Predators are underway, and I got to say, based on everything that we did, we blew up the team. We still have a very respectable record, and we have a boatload of draft picks, right? And the upcoming draft class, let's see this. Let's see this. What do we got? Oh, we got a franchise right wing, left winger. We got another franchise, a playmaker, Maxim Anisimov. Similar style, Wayne Gretzky. Third eye, big rig, magnetic, shock and awe, spinorama, and wheels. Oh, from Ukraine, the Ukrainian Gretzky. But then you got Rene Fontaine, another playmaker, Oldrich Yager. Lots of good players. And if we can land one of these guys, and let's see our draft pick values. Because as these other teams go up and down, yeah, the Winnipeg Jets trade value is higher than ours now. Edmonton is still clearly in a playoff spot. We might get lucky. So, YouTube comments, I want to hear everything. How I defined all the trades from the last video, the free agent acquisitions in this video, and what the team should be expecting to accomplish over the course of this year and also the next couple of years. Because even though we're in rebuild mode, I still don't feel comfortable just blowing up for no reason. We can absolutely still keep it competitive, and I'm loving the way our first line with Forsberg, Tomasino, and Tolvanen are playing. They might even grow to 80. They might even grow to 90 overall if they keep this up. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all next time.